Race number 9 on the day, the final race on the program on Tab Gold race day. It is Fillies and Mares 76 handicap of the 1400 meter trip. 25 past 4 is the off time for the final race. And before we get Deez's thoughts on race number 9, we've got a rerun for you, that of Kayleen when finishing 5th, and then an interview with trainer Peter Muscat.
The inside, Bomber Girls trying to get into it. Pretty Victory hit the front from Get in the Queue, trying to close in. Shy Folia's come out the pack on the outside, but it's Pretty Victory the last 100 from Get in the Queue. Shy Folia is getting into it. Shanta's Pride the inside, but on the inside, Pretty Victory's holding on, and it's Pretty Victory. Shy Folia got up for second. Shanta's Pride third, and then came Get in the Queue.
Yeah, she's quite a complex little character. She wants to go a little bit hard in her races. Samanga managed to get her to settle well enough at her last start, and she clearly finished her race off very well doing that. I've taken the next step with her and equipped her with earmuffs for Saturday's assignment. She has settled better in them as well. So if she jumps out and drops it early, she has got a very good turn of foot, but she's going to have a lot of luck from that outside gate. If she gets that, she's capable of earning again.
Race number 9 is certainly another one of those competitive Fillies and Mares handicaps, and it's a race where I think you need to include a few horses in the place accumulator and the final leg of that pick 6 as well. Having a look at the market, it's 4-1 about the pair. Pilot Flame and Pour Some Sugar on Me. Nelly Melba is at 11-2. 6-1 about Higgledy Piggledy. And then it's 7-1 and Better Ball. There was a horse that I like in the race, is the horse that we saw the rerun of. But we've got a scratch in here, number 10. Spusterki is out. So it's a field of 12 that will go to post. Number 1, Kayleen. Now, last time out, she was doing her best work at the finish. She made up good ground over the final 400 meters of the race to get into that 5th position. Rachel Venica is back aboard, so 1.5 kgs off the back, and it is a significant drop in class. She's been running in Pinnacle Stakes behind Lady Heist. Lady Heist, who takes on double superlative early on. She's run behind Sovereign Grant, who, if I'm not mistaken, ran in the Kulu, and she didn't disgrace herself. She ran behind Blue Horizon and then Pretty Victory last time out, who I think is going to be hard to beat in one of the earlier races. So I think that Kayleen could be the right horse in the race at around 7-1 in the market. She's got 60.5 kgs on the back, but she absolutely loves the 1400 meter trip, and she's a winner over track and trip. So I think that she's a horse that's going to run a huge race. No other horse in this race has achieved anywhere near 100, and she's got a 106 as the juvenile, and she's dropped to 80 now, and I think she's going to be very competitive off this mark, horse number 1. So she's the top choice for me, and I think that she could break that long spell without a win. That's the each way play in race number 9 for me. D is number 1 at 7-1.
Yeah, I think you could be right. You know, it's just been over a year since her last win, but you mentioned the mark that she's racing off the draw that she has, the fact that she has 1.5 kgs off her back. Things may just fall into place for her on Saturday. Number 1, Kayleen, but the place accumulator, I've got 3 runners. 1, 7, Pour Some Sugar on Me, and number 11, Nelly Melba. I personally am confident with those 3 runners in the PA. I hear the concerns of Peter Muscat, but I think wherever positioned by Samanga Kamalo, she wasn't given a big penalty for winning last time out. And this type of race where if you try and assess the way the race is going to be played out, of course the horses that are drawn well are going to be holding their positions, but I think Blue Horizon is the horse that could chase to the front, and if the useful factions are set up front, 11 Nelly Melba will be suited by that. So 1, 7 and 11 for me in the place accumulator. In the pick 6, I've gone 1, 6, 7, 9 and 11. 1 being Kayleen, 6 being Tamaris, 7 which is Pour Some Sugar on Me. I'm going to include the front runner, which I think is going to be in front, turning into the straight, number 9, Blue Horizon, and then horse number 11, Nelly Melba. Hoping to be safe here, Ryle, in the pick 6 with those 5 runners, 1, 6, 7, 9 and 11. If you want to ask me for one more runner, number 5, maybe the runner, because that's the unknown against this type of company here in KZN. So And Muzi, and he's having a wonderful run. He's really having a wonderful run. High on confidence is Muzi. Not that he's ever been low on confidence, but the way he's going on of late in these feature races is really a nice confidence booster for him, you know, going now as we get closer to him partnering Royal Victory in around, 3 weeks' time?
Yeah, I think it's 3 weeks from now. What's it, the 14th? So yeah, 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, what you'll be doing 3 weeks? Warming up. Are you warming up for the big race?
I'm looking forward to it, Deez. Certainly looking forward to it. I'm not sure who my top choice is just yet, but who's your pick?
I've already backed a few runners anti-post. I've backed a few runners anti-post, but the best horse that I've backed anti-post thus far. Thank you, Nathan Constant. Thank you, Natty. 50-1. Told you. Before the win in the Premier's Champion Stakes. It looks like a nice bet now. I'm not saying that. It just, I mean, those were ridiculous odds when they initially priced up. And it's a risk bet. You know, when you do pre-noms anti-post, that's when you're backing a horse. Pre-noms anti-post. There's not even a field out. There's nothing out. And you're going on something that you think will happen. I mean, that is a big risk, but it seems to be playing out nicely at those type of odds for Royal Victory. But we'll see what happens once, we had the log that was out now on Monday. That's just a guide. And it looks interesting. You mentioned at the top of the show, there's 2 scratchings now of Main Defender and Royal Aussie. Some of those horses that were bubbling under will actually move up the ladder. But the qualifying races are in. The top horses on the log are in. And now it is hope for you to have a runner. If you are the balance of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Track and Ball Derby is going to be a very, very interesting race. Obviously, without question, looking to qualify. And if he doesn't win, well, then we'll see what happens, whether they still put him into the race or whether he's out. But race number 9, number 1, Kayleen, the top choice for me. And then you heard from these numbers 1, 7, and 11, the 3 horses that he does like to get involved and possibly get the job done here. But numbers 6 and 9, 2 other horses that he has included in the play.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.